Hey, what's up my squirrely army? First, let me take a selfie. Alright, let's get something straight. Let's not beat around the bush today and HM1 right into the topic of this video. Because I know that's exactly why you clicked on this video. No it's not. Where are you going? Okay, you and I both know that you clicked on this video because that's what you wanted to watch. A top 10 Pokemon video. Freaking Zelda fan.
Okay, jeez. Insane. Just put the frying pan down.
And now that I know that you are watching this video on your own accord, let's move on to the big subject of the matter. Wow, that's pretty big boy words right there, huh? I can read. So I know a lot of you have been asking yourself, Ralph, when are you going to make a Pokemon themed video? Well, I have included some Pokemon puns and jokes in the past, but does that really show you guys how much of a fan of Pokemon I was when I was younger? Nope! So in honor of the Pokemon 20-year anniversary, I thought I'd share with you my first Pokemon themed video. And of course I'm not just doing that for the hype of it all. Pokemon was a big deal in many a child's life, including my own. It honestly was one of the first games I ever owned. My first game was the original Jumpman Mario game, but that's a topic for another day. Instead, I would like to talk about my favorite Pokemon of Generation 1. Now I know what you may be thinking, Ralph, how are you so knowledgeable and handsome at the same time? Well, I'll have you know, only one of those is true, and by the end of the video you will know exactly which one. So let us begin with the topic, because I have been prolonging this intro for way too long. So, here's a list of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, and you probably have seen so many of these that I'm sure you can make a top 10 list of YouTuber favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. And as a big disclaimer, this is a totally onion-based list and is extremely biased. So if there's a Pokemon on here you like or didn't like, feel free to sound off in the comments letting me know that I have made a horrible opinion. Now keep in mind, these Pokemon are purely based on either design, lore, or just simply nostalgia. So without further ado, let's begin with number 10! Kicking off my very first top 10 list ever on YouTube, and I hope you stuck around to even watch this part, is Nidoking. Starting off my list is a Pokemon that has a very menacing and badass design. One of the main reasons this little guy sticks out in my mind, design aside, is how intimidating he looks. That horn, them ears, that tail. Okay, I don't have much else to say, except he was a powerhouse and always found a place on my team. I wanted the badass Pokemon with cool designs. Hey, I was only 9 years old at the time when Megazords, Voltrons, and Twizzlers were cool. Am I right? It would be higher on the list, but remember when I said, little guy? That was an actual joke, because his official Pokedex height is 4'7". He's shorter than me! And when you realize this Rhino Dino thing with rabbit ears is shorter than you, he loses some points. But then again, when I was 9, he was bigger, so I guess it counts for something. Number 9! Sandslash, the original Sonic. Let's be real here. Most of you named your Sandslash either Sonic or Knuckles. I never nicknamed any of my Pokemon in my first playthrough. But that doesn't mean I can't nickname my future Sandslashers today with those cliche names. He, spoiler for the rest of the list, is my favorite Gen 1 ground type. He wasn't all that competitive, but hey, Gen 1 wasn't even about competitive battling. It was about getting your first Pokemon, traveling around the world, and eventually catch enough Pokemon to make this professor... what's his name? I forget. I think it starts with an O. K? I don't know. Oh, and becoming Pokemon League champion? That's just a ploy for what's really important. Fishing! Oh, right, Sandslash. Yeah, he was really cool. I mean, look at him! Number 8. Golduck. The name always confused me. Why name Golduck when he's clearly a blue duck? And, it just baffles me every time. Then again, in the original game, they didn't have color, so I can't complain too much about it. When I found out he was blue, blue is one of my favorite colors, because it is such a badass. I totally just spit. Number 7! Haunter. If there's a single dark horse pick in this list, it's this one. Even though the dark typing was not discovered until Gen 2. My puns suck. Is there an actual dark horse Pokemon? I mean, at the time of this script, I can't think of one. But what can I say about Haunter besides cool design? I actually like this Pokemon more than Gengar. Sorry, Melissa. Hashtag not sorry. But I didn't know about trade evolving, and I didn't have another friend. That's right, I was a strange kid with no friends. So I didn't know Haunter evolved with trading, so it stayed as Haunter the entire time. Also, remember that one episode of Pokemon? Yeah, it was funny. And so was Haunter in that episode. Let's move on! Number 6. Dragonite. One of the biggest mysteries I had about this generation of Pokemon is there were 15 types of Pokemon, each represented with a decent amount. But then you get the Ghost type, that was only represented with the Ghastly line, and Ghost was supposedly supposed to be the only thing effective against Psychic types. Unfortunately, this trio was also part Poison, so they were also weak to the Psychic type. Why were they the only type like this? No else. Dragonite was so majestic when I saw him in Pokemon the first movie. Great movie, by the way, 10 out of 10. Superb. The Dragonite line was the only dragon type, so Gen 1. You're telling me this now? What the? Number 5. Gyarados. Wow, we are entering the top half of this countdown. Or is it bottom half? I'm not sure. Anyway, Gyarados stands as a beacon of motivation for every weakling out there, especially me. Because grinding levels is what we all love to do, don't lie to yourself. You reach Vermilion City, get yourself an old rod, start fishing with it, and expect to find all sorts of fish Pokemon. But nope, all you get is Magikarp with this thing. No one wants this, not even James. But once you reach level 15, you get Hallelujah! Tackle. Really? He still can't fight for himself. Until Hallelujah! I already made this joke. Time to start wrecking house. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Number 4. Kangaskhan. Can I start by saying I couldn't spell his name? Coming up with this list and even putting it on the list, Siri was not having it. I couldn't spell his name. I just couldn't get it. Oh wait. He is a she. She is with child. But this is also Gen 1, if you haven't already looked at that title. And in Gen 1, there are no genders, except for Nidoran male and female. And apparently this thing, that happens to look like a kangaroo. Hey, at least I can spell kangaroo. This Pokemon is special because I never owned one in my original playthroughs. I got to the Safari Zone and eventually found it, but every time I did, it just kept running away. Like a loser. It took a long time to actually complete the Pokedex, and with only 151, the task still seems so hard. If only 9-year-old me would know that someday we would have 718 Pokemon and the 7th generation slowly creeping up, I would have lost my mind and quit Pokemon then and there. But I didn't. I carried on and got a Kangaskhan. Rhymes. Number 3! Pikachu. Now I know you guys were not expecting this. Pikachu is like the mascot of Pokemon in all things Japan. He's so iconic and more importantly, the mascot of my room. How is he not number 1? Easy! There are 2 more Pokemon that I happen to like more. One of which is currently in my room somewhere, and the other one is simply a badass in all aspects of the word. Anyway, Pikachu is adorable as hell and appeals to all genders and has his own games and is all over the place. He really gets around and doesn't have any time for me, and therefore solidifies his place at number 3 on my list. Oh, and did I mention he's yellow? And yellow is my 3rd favorite color, so there's that. Number 2! Scyther. Now we're really getting into the cut of the best. Haha, get it? Cut. Because Scyther has giant scythes, and he's a giant bug. Unfortunately, this bug can't fly, and I was so butthurt by this in Gen 1. But he is still... oh god. But he is still awesome. The design is amazing and is so well crafted. I used to have a holographic card of Scyther and was one of my favorite cards back in the day. Wait, let me go look for it. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I can't find it. Now I'm sad. I need an ice cream cone or something. One last thing. The difference between Scyther and Kangaskhan is that Scyther is at least available in the game corner, so he has that going for him. I also enjoyed the game corner, and it was a fun time. And number 1, and here we go, the moment you've all been waiting for. The number 1 spot as my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon of all time is not Charizard, but his basic form, Charmander. I keep him close to my heart, and even till now, in this video, he's with me on my shirt. During school, I received the nickname Charmander because, well, first, someone posted one of those bulletins on the bulletin board, you know, the ones with the rippable phone numbers, but this one was special. It had Professor Oak and a selection of the Gen 1 starters, and guess who I chose? I chose Charmander. I proceeded to wear it on my work name tag for the rest of college, and it kept me safe and sane. Anyway, I chose Charmander because he was my first starter when I started my journey when I was 9. And he's been special to me, and that's why he holds a higher place than Pikachu. Oh, and the fact that he evolves into Charizard, official badass, is just a bonus. I kept him on my team every time, and he never once left my team, and became the first Pokemon to reach level 100. So for all these reasons, Charmander, the OG fire lizard thingy, certified badass, I've probably already said that, is my number 1, Generation 1 Pokemon of all time. And as I stated before, this list was a completely onion-based list, so if there was a Pokemon on there that you didn't like or thought that should have been on that list, it was all personal reasons. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably make another top 10, top 5 list. Let me know in the comments below again also what you would like to see me try to cover, and this video was not made without a special occasion, and as I've stated before, this is for the Pokemon 20th anniversary, and I'm glad that I'm moving my hands so awkwardly. I'm just really glad that Pokemon is still around and has withstood the test of time. So feel free to argue with your fellow Gen 1ers or Gen 2ers or about what your favorite Pokemon is in the comments below. And as always, this is Ralph, and it's been your daily dose of Squirrelies. So peace out to my Squirrelies and Broskies. Later. God, freaking nailed it finally. Yes. Yes. That face.